Hello, everyone, and welcome to Week 6 of the Zero Gravity Gaming Fall 2022 IBS season. We're now well past the halfway point of the season and entering the home stretch into the playoffs, so every match going forward will be crucial for trying to secure seeding and avoid the deadly play-in gauntlet, and we've got some absolute bangers for y'all tonight. I'm Wingman, I'm here with Arcs Knight to break down the state of the league, preview each of the matchups tonight, and lead us into our big streamed match of the evening. First up, let's dive into last week's games. First off, we had Snack Bear Sun Guardians versus Glacial Knights, where Sun Guardians took the 2-0 for their first victory of the season in a good, dominating, sweet fashion. What are your thoughts on that matchup, Arch Knight? What do you think was the key for them?
I have hyped up this roster update for Snack Bears, and I'm so happy to see them finally get a win. I think they might just win a couple more games. I think that they possibly have a chance to still make this 4th seed, 5th seed. I forget what the gauntlet is this season compared to others, because since it's not 10 teams. But I do believe that they have a chance still for that top 4 seed if they keep winning from here on out.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. I mean, winning a couple more games might be difficult when TD Serenity is still left on the schedule for them. That's a very tall task, but if they're up to it, this is silver. Anything can happen. Speaking of TD Serenity, they won in a forfeit last week against the other Glacial team, Glacial Esports Pink. So that goes in the record books as a 2-0 FF. Big win for TD Serenity. They're now up to officially 5-0 in the league, and they haven't even dropped a single game yet, much less a series. So they are still remaining our far and away league favorite until someone can prove that they can challenge them. And next up, we had the GSG Civil War, GSG Psi versus GSG Iota in our big streamed match of the evening. We had Iota take the 2-0, and as someone who's intimately involved with GSG and the coach of GSG Psi, what do you think was the key for that series?
I think it was Coach Kep, to be honest. I also think Snugglebutt personally went on Tinder and swiped right on Blitzcrank Hook. So I'm not
sure. What does that mean?
Let's say game 1, him and Blitzcrank Hook were like a perfect match.
So he was getting hooked, you're saying?
Yeah, he was definitely hooked upon Blitzcrank.
Well, a bit ironic considering he has played for Iota in some of the last couple splits. So
yeah, he just couldn't get away, I guess. I don't know.
Blitzcrank is a very, very dangerous champ in the hands of a dynamic support player and someone that can change games with a snap of a finger. So definitely something to keep in mind for all of Iota's future opponents. Watch out for that Blitzcrank pick. Next up, our last game, we had RAR versus Facts and Logic, our 3-game series of the night. Facts and Logic did take the 2-1 victory in the end. What do you think was the key to this back and forth here?
I'm looking at game 3. You know, RAR had a Mundo Sona bot lane. Interesting. Against it's okay. I thought I was going insane for a second. I thought I saw Syndra bot lane with Lux. I was like, hold on.
I was about to say those are indeed champions, one might say.
Yeah, those are champions. 2 of the 3 games went to basically 35 plus minutes. It looked Vivi did a very fantastic job all 3 games. I think, and game 3 he went 6-1 and 16 with Zaya. He went 15-4 game 2, picking up the game 2 win as well. And then even losing game 1, he went 10-5 and 8 on Tristana. So I think Vivi is a very huge part of why they won, and I think he's probably a huge part of why they're doing so well this season.
Oh yes, King Vivi has absolutely been a star for this team the whole season long, and especially seeing that versatility from them at different roles. They're still listed as jungler on the roster doc, although it sounds like they were playing ADC last week. So that just makes it doubly impressive if you can carry your team at multiple positions like that. Absolutely a star player to keep our eyes on as this league continues and heads towards playoffs. Now moving on to tonight's big games. First up to talk about, we got TD Serenity versus Glacial Knights. 5-0 versus 0-5. I think we all know what the expectation on paper is. If you're Glacial Knights, how do you attack TD Serenity and try to reverse these trends?
Hope your East can do well. I don't know. Uh, I basically have called Glacial a volunteer team at this point. I think their roster is kind of stabilized as of now, but I think they have still a lot of work to do. I mean, this might be like their second game playing together if it's the same roster from last week.
Mhm.
So they just gotta hope that they can take advantage of mistakes and go from there. It's silver. Everyone makes mistakes, so hopefully they can find enough and take advantage of them.
Absolutely. And if not, TD Serenity gets one step closer to a potential perfect season, which would be really big, really cool accomplishment. So definitely keep our eyes on them. Definitely seem like one of the best IBS teams we've seen in a while in GGG for sure.
Really.
Uh, Next up, RAR versus Gsg Iota. This will be a very tough, very crucial match for those playoff seedings. Kind of potential fight for second, third, fourth place in there. Uh, GSG Iota coming in at 4-1, having dropped only to TU Serenity, and RAR at 3-2, having dropped to Faction Logic and I believe to Serenity as well. So what do you expect to happen here? What do you have your eyes on in this match?
Um, I'm really looking for this top lane matchup. You know, Caleb is someone who likes to chat a lot in the ZGG server, and Momo is to Marion, whatever his IGN is now. He's changed it like 4 times in the past month. I kid you not. But I think that it's going to be a really fun matchup to see. I know RAR just changed their support from L9, so I'm expecting their bot lane to do better as well.
Yeah, definitely saw a new name on the support line for them. Uh, So what's your prediction for this series here?
I think GSG Iota wins 2-0.
I think
I think
I'll give RAR a game. I'll say 2-1. Actually, funny story about Iota and RAR. I actually got pinged by some of my friends from Iota the other day. I hopped into a flex game with four of them and me. We just hopped into a random flex queue,
that's
and we
right.
got matched up against RAR. No joke, just in
I
Riot
saw the
matchmaking
picture of that.
with the RAR team. They were trying out some new players, so I don't think it was the same five, but we didn't do too well against them. They kind of kicked our ass, but we were forfunning it. So we'll see how Iota goes when they're taking it a little more
That
seriously
shows
and aren't playing
tactical
with me.
scouting.
What's that?
Tactical scouting. They
Oh
pulled
yeah.
you along and tactically found themselves with Raj Ross.
I guess. Yeah. Well, it was funny for sure. A lot of laughs were had in all chat. We all recognized the usernames. Going, wait a sec, are you guys RAR? Are you guys GSG? I never seen anything like that. Just with randomly inflex you like that. But it was a good time for sure. So if Iota wins, like you're predicting, and I'll say 2-1 Iota. We'll call it payback. Call it a payback game. Maybe it's extra motivation for the Iota players. Uh,
I think that might clinch the second seed, actually. Or
I
like, top 2 seeds, I believe.
uh no, because they Iota plays Faction Logic next week, who also only has one loss. So if Faction
Oh,
Logic
that's
wins
true.
tonight
That's
as
true. That's
well,
true. That's true.
then next
Yeah, yeah,
week's Iota versus Faction Logic game would be for the second seed. That would be an absolute banger of a match. Speaking of Facts and Logic, they're playing in our stream match tonight versus GSG Psy. Uh, and this, again, is very, very crucial match for GSG Psy. They're right there kind of on that line. Are they going to be upper bracket? Are they going to get knocked down? Uh,
yeah.
Fighting with Facts and Logic. We have like four, I think four. No, never mind. The standings are out of date. I can't comment on the standings. Uh, we need to work on our spreadsheet. But
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway,
What's that?
GSG Psy coming in at 3-2, Facts and Logic at 4-1. Uh, Very similarly matched teams. Let's go down lane by lane to see how we think this is going to shake out. So top lane, we got the Scout 666 for GSG Psy versus Yeti 87 for Facts and Logic. Who do you, if you give us kind of a rundown of these players and who you think has the advantage here?
Um. So, I'm going by based off what I've seen him play so far, and like, GSG Psy has only played 2 games with this roster. But I do know that Scout does need to have a redemption game. He looked really bad last week, and I mean really bad last week. But I am expecting him to come out with a little bit of fury, but I'm still going to be giving it to Yeti. I do believe Yeti is the better player currently.
Hmm.
So, um, there, I'm trying not to be biased here. Sai is my own
Uh,
team.
yeah, it kind of
Pizza,
works easy sometimes. You're like, I don't want to be biased. Now I'm gonna like overcompensate and downput all my own friends.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so
But
moving on to jungle. Pizza is here for Sai versus King Vivi for Facts and Logic, who we've already talked about. Uh, what kind of champ pools these players play? What kind of matchups do you expect to see here?
in terms of matchups, I don't even know
Just
what Vivi's jungle plays. I know
stylistically.
people. They play everything. Like I think both sides play both tanks and damage dealers, so like I expect us to see a little bit of both. But I think King Vivi is a great person, so he's going to get the edge.
uh,
He had the gap. He did a whole gap last week. It's hard not to say him.
yeah, I think it's hard for me to take it. Probably many players in this league at all over King Vivi at any position right now. So they're just an absolute star right now. And mid lane we got CBXL versus Aprilia. Uh, we'll kind of run down here. What do we expect to see in this lane?
Oh, I'm excited to see what they're going to be picking in this lane because Cell came up to me with like 3 new champions, so I'm wondering if he's going to pick any of.
If your players are anything
Um,
like mine, a player coming up to you and saying, "Hey, I want to play this new champ," is one of the scariest things you can see as a coach. Maybe that's just my players being crazy, but
he's played for a while, so like
yeah,
I know he's played some of these champions before, so I was like, okay, that's fine.
yeah.
I expect this one to be like really even. Like Estelle isn't like aggressive. He's more of like your I'm gonna farm, I'm gonna keep lane even and play for team fights kind of guy. So I
Mhm.
expect it to just be boring.
Yeah. Well, as long as your players aren't coming up to you and trying begging you to try a Lee Santeric bot lane, it's going to be a little more boring than what my bot lane has suggested from their own volition. Speaking of
Hoping
bot lane,
not.
uh, we've got Nerf Snugglebutt and Chubby Chernobyl for GSG Psy versus Plump Papa and Neo for Facts and Logic. Uh, does Neo play a Blitzcrank for Facts and Logic that we got to watch out for?
OP.GG Neo. No, I'm kidding. I'm not completely sure to be honest. I literally haven't had time to actually like draft. I will be drafting these teams with 5 minutes of scouting time. So,
Oh, yeah. I'll
but
snuggle
it was one game. Yeah, it was one terrifying game.
well, hopefully we'll get 3 games tonight that will be
Oh,
various degrees of terrifying for you and exciting for us as neutral observers.
neutral.
Overall, just looking at these entire teams, what do you think is the biggest X factor in this matchup? Whether that's a lane matchup, a macro call, some sort of intangible. What do you have your eyes on? You think is going to decide this matchup between what looks to me like 2 pretty evenly matched teams?
I think jungle. Pisa does really well, but I know he has a lot of moments where he makes a decision, but it's not the right one. And if he fixes those, he will be. I think he's probably one of the best junglers. But because of those mistakes, he literally just ends up making himself fall behind. So if he does better this series, I believe that he might get the edge and help his team. And then the other matchup would be for me topside. How well is Scout going to respond after last week? And is he going to allow himself to be as punished as he was last week, or is he going to be able to, possibly win lane and get an advantage and use that lead to help his team get pressure around the map and grow that gold lead?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's those very early levels can be so crucial when you're playing a really good jungler like King Vivi, who, if it goes poorly, he has the ability to just starve you out the rest of the game and just kind of strangle you. So we will absolutely keep our eyes on that. The early jungle activity, always something exciting to watch at this level. When it comes down to it, what's your overall prediction for this series?
You know, I, I have no choice. It's going to be 2-1 side.
Yeah, I'm definitely expecting a close series as well. I'm flipping back and forth on my prediction, to one way or the other, but I think I'm going to go with Facts and Logic. I think they're just really getting on a roll. They took down RAR last week, who's a very good team, and yeah, they've just beat everybody so far except for Serenity, who's on a whole other level. So I just expect them to keep getting better and better because yeah, they're playing with a very consistent roster, and they're just going to keep building that synergy, building their individual skills. I'm just really high on Facts and Logic in general as a team, as a group, and as individual players. So I think I'm going to go with them 2-1. But all our predictions mean nothing once things get on the Rift. So keep your eyes on this stream, and we'll have you jumping into draft in a little under 10 minutes. Then you can get to watch it yourself, make your own predictions.
Yeah.
I've been Wingman, and this is Arcs here with me. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Zero Gravity Gaming in the IBS division. I'm Rai Chance, joined by Michael, and today we got the Week 6 matchup between Gsg Psi and Facts and Logic. We are already into these bands coming through here as Facts and Logic taken with Yorick, the Urgot, and Psi taking away the Lux and the Lee Sin.
Yeah, so obviously we saw Psi last week, and what wasn't the biggest blowout ever, but definitely we expected more from them. So hopefully they can step it up this week because Facts and Logic is a similarly good opponent. So we need to see them on the top of their game this week.
Yep, and to just reiterate that point here, Facts and Logic sitting at 4-1 match score, while GSG Psi is 3-2. So Facts and Logic does have the better record coming into this game, and we'll have to see if that stands up after the best of 3 set that we got going on today. Trundle, the last band for Facts and Logic, and Psi. Gonna round it out with, looks like a Belveth band.
Belveth, obviously a little bit surprising, but then when we take a look at these OPGGs. King VV has played some recently, and they're doing pretty well in ranked. I mean, I haven't seen all too much of it, but it's one of those champions where if they're fed, it just feels impossible to deal with, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to find a fed Belveth, though. I feel like a lot of people are just really bad at the champ.
That, I mean, also very true, but now we have the first pick, Leona.
Yeah, first pick, Leona coming out for Neo, and I believe we saw Neo on this last week. Or
Wait, other team. Yeah.
Sorry.
So
yeah.
We didn't see Neo at all last week.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe I remember
right.
the Neo Leona pick, and it did do some work. So we'll see, but facing off against the Sivir for Psi is going to be a tough one, just because Sivir does have have ways to block out a lot of that engage that comes through from Leona.
Yeah, but I think simultaneously at the same time. Okay, now paired up with the Sivir. I was going to say, yeah, Sivir can only block one of the Leona spells, so you can drop an ult and then hit the EQ. But now you have a whole Morgana to deal with, so now you can't even do that successfully.
Yeah, they're just Psi just double specking into that protectability, survivability in this bottom lane, and Facts and Logic should match with their AD carry here, and maybe a jungler, I would say, usually what we see coming out of these first 3 picks, but Jinx the hover and the lock-in, and I do like this matchup as Jinx. I feel like this is like kind of just a skill matchup, honestly, between this Jinx and Sivir, and I feel like anytime Sivir's picked against me, this is what I'm picking.
Yeah, I mean, I think we haven't seen too much of it in Pro. I know Danny's been playing it a lot, but we also do see the Veigar locked in, which is really interesting to me that they're willing to not only pick that blind, but I feel like Sivir and Morgana aren't the best to pick it into because both of them can just walk through the wall if they have their E's up.
Yeah, definitely strange here, and it does give Psi the counter pick for XL, and looks like it's going to be Syndra as of now. We'll see. That gets locked in, and Syndra versus Veigar, just some control mage action going on in this mid lane.
I haven't seen either of these champions in a long time, but especially Syndra. So surprised to be seeing her out, and I mean, so soon in the draft even, but should be an exciting...
I feel like Syndra's one of those picks that falls through into the later stages for sure, just because it's very matchup dependent, but...
You see your matchup already, so I guess might as well go for it.
If you blind pick the Veigar, you get a free counter pick, I guess. So so I was going to have 2 counter picks this game.
Should be tops and jungle bands coming out here, and then I'm assuming Psi will go into just their jungle pick in R5. But I've been surprised here before, so would not put it past any one of these players to do something that might catch me off guard.
Well, when Arx is drafting, you never know what's going to happen, right?
Very true. I mean, they didn't even find the draft link, so that was a little surprising at first. Or
they didn't send the draft link.
Perhaps
they didn't send the draft link.
Oh, they didn't send it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, one way to win draft is to have your enemy team not draft at all. So I see where they're going, what they're going for there. But we do see Mordekaiser and Mundo, 2 M champions, except one has a doctorate. And then Lilia so far banned for Psi.
Mordekaiser is working on his doctorate. It's in progress right now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good for him. But
If you've read the lore, I mean,
again, Facts and Logic doing us a favor, making sure Lily is off the table so we don't have Morgana and Lily on the same team, because would not want that happening. Bad things
it's happened before. It's happened before. We were trying to protect it from happening again. So thank goodness for that. In the final ban, and Kane's definitely been a jungler who's rising in priority with that. Going Ross but building blue Kane, definitely a bit interesting there. But Amumu is the red 4 coming out from GSG Psy, and I think pretty safe jungler.
I mean, it definitely gives you the engage your team was lacking so far. Morgana, Sivir, and Syndra, they're not really getting up in there. And especially if you're trying to do damage to a Jinx and Veigar, you would struggle, especially with the shorter range of Sivir, to actually reach those members. But now with the Mumu, you have some dive potential, but a Shen just adds more protection to those 2 carries of Facts and Logic.
Yeah, and I mean, Amumu is just really scary to actually have to lane against, or at least play against if you're a Jinx, right? You have no mobility. You're very, very vulnerable. Even Veigar, no mobility. And the cage has to be timed correctly if you want to, stop that Amumu engage. So definitely going to be hard for this backline of Facts and Logic to actually play the game if Pizza is here, is able to play this champion well. But Vi locked in for Facts and Logic is definitely an interesting one as well.
Isn't this the pick that people like into Sivir, or am I misremembering that in LCS? I mean,
I don't know.
We saw a lot of it earlier in the season. It fell off a little bit towards playoffs, but I mean, definitely a champion that gives you dive threat to get onto the Sivir and the Syndra, especially paired up with the Leona and the Shen. You have a lot of power to actually get in there, but Psy picking just a lot more peel in the Scion, having a big, beefy, bulky front line to actually try to fend off some of that engage.
Yeah, and Scion into Shen just going to be the tank matchup, battling it out here. And one thing to note is that the Scout does have ways to cancel the Shen ulti if Yeti channels it right in front of his face, right? So definitely opportunities there if to at least impact the map when would normally not be able to. And Scion gives more engage as well, like you said, peel, and it kind of does a lot for this GSG side team. It also gives them like a sideline threat if depending on the build that Scout goes.
Definitely be interesting to go. I mean, personally speaking, I don't know how you particularly feel. I don't want to see a hull breaker lethality build from the Scion. Love just a full tank, like be good for your team. Your team will do damage. Your Demolish will still do so much damage with your health anyways. You don't need to go full AD and get Hullbreaker.
Well,
and your team wants you, so maybe especially don't build Hullbreaker, right?
I mean, yes, that's one perspective, but also if he builds Hullbreaker, the game's going to be over real quick. Either way. One way or the other, the game's ending fast. So
good point. I mean, we saw in both of our Western regional finals in both LCS and LEC. I won't spoil Victor's, but I'm happy to be wearing this jersey.
I won't spoil it, but I'm gonna spoil it anyway.
2 3-0s though, so you can't see that today, unfortunately. It's only 2.
Only potential for 2-0.
But still, might be a quick one depending on our builds. But anyways, we're into the client draft here.
Into the client draft, not too many flex picks or things that we don't really know about coming into this draft, so it does give us an opportunity to take a look at our pro comps analysis here, and we do see that Facts and Logic does have the scaling when it comes to the late game.
Very not by all too much, but I mean I would tend to agree. Oh, what the heck? Where did my draft went? I would tend to agree with the obviously Jinx and Veigar. Those are 2 insane carries. I think Vi does kind of fall off a little bit. It's a little harder to perform in the later stages of the game, but I do think the range advantage, if nothing else, helps out Facts and Logic to actually get through this later stage of the game.
Yeah, absolutely, and even in the early stages, right, that ranged versus melee matchup, or at least that increased range matchup, is going to help a lot. You get that with the Jinx, able to, use rockets to stay just out of Sivir's range. Vi's able to jump in and kind of close the distance there. And I mean, just looking at Facts and Logic composition, they kind of do have like an overall pretty rounded out team comp here.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely pretty rounded out. Perhaps they could struggle a bit early. I think the Vi is carrying most of the weight in an early game. I mean, Jinx, it's not the worst champion in the early game, especially with those early rockets. They can do a little bit of damage, but definitely Vi packing the punch. I mean, she doesn't have the 2 Hex Tech gloves, so it makes a little sense, but...
Those hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
Personal experience?
Yeah, I felt them.
I'm sorry.
In real life.
That must not be a good time.
No, it isn't. But, taking
a look... Were you one of the miners that got punched?
Yeah.
Went flying?
Yes.
Man, that must have hurt. I'm glad you survived, though.
Yeah, well, it takes a lot more than that to bring me down. Nonetheless, we get a chance to look at our game style tactics coming out for each of these teams. And both of these teams relying around their pick and engage. Although one is relying on pick and engage, while the other one's relying on engage and pick. So,
I mean, important things. Important distinctions.
Yeah. And I do like Pizza's summoner spells here. Just taking a look at those.
I mean, Smite in the jungle is a little overrated, I think.
Well, those are optimal Amumu summoner spells, so yeah. I'm definitely okay with it. I like the vibe there that we're getting. See, Pizza wants the games to be quick too.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if Scout does.
Something I do want to point out from our pro comps, obviously, is that level 1 for both these teams, Amumu and Morgana have that ability to go for an invade. So it's on Facts and Logic to actually get good vision, set up correctly, and don't just stand out in the open. You're going to get hit by something which will CC you. And I mean, if you get tagged by either the Amumu Q or Morgana Q, you're not going anywhere for like 20 seconds.
That is true. Yeah, there's a lot of follow-up CC on the Morgana, with the Amumu, with the Scion, if he's able to get in range. And I mean, looking at, these two top laners, I mean, both of them are very solid when it comes to actually counter invading, right?
Yeah.
Because you have the Shen Taunt, he can hit everyone. Because you have the Scion, who can just sit in a bush and max charge up the Q. There's a lot of opportunities for there are a lot of opportunities for CC on a lot of members in this level 1. So we'll have to see how that goes. But we did just go over our Pro Comps analysis. Now it's time to give them a official shout out, because Pro Comps is the first of its kind drafting tool aimed for competitive and solo queue play. Pro Comps allows users live feedback and analysis on drafting, giving them recommendations on picks, notes on matchups, and analysis on the enemy team's win cons. These features allow the user to gain an edge on their opponent and improve their drafting skills. That sounds good, but you know what sounds better? You can use the code ZGG for 50% off of your first 3 months of Pro Comps. And with that being said, we're going to take a short break, but we'll be on to the Rift soon for game number 1 between Facts and Logic and GSG Side. And we are on to the rift for game number 1 between Facts and Logic and Goon Squad Gaming Psy here. We got a little 5-man going on from both of these teams, and they're on the opposite side of the map, though, so they're not going to find anything, but that does give us time to go down the list of teams here. We got Facts and Logic on the blue side with Yeti on the Shen in the top lane, King VV on Vi in the jungle, Aurelia on Vigar in the mid lane, and Plum Papa and Neo rounding it out with the Jinx and the Leona in the bottom lane.
And on the side of Goon Squad Gaming Psy, we have the Scout on Scion. Pizza is here on Amumu. Excel on Syndra, and then rounding out the bot lane, we got Nerf Snugglebutt and Chubby Chernobyl rocking the Sivir and Morgana.
Yes, the Sivir and Morgana, super safe lane. And it looks like they're both going to just stay around and take each other's red buffs. Although this is warded.
Facts and Logic do have the info. They do have the
know.
spot. Maybe Scout walks down and... Yeah, he will walk down and see that they are also starting the red.
They know, they know, they know. You know that Drake song?
I probably, if I actually heard it, but like, you're singing, it's just completely different style. Good. Different style, it's hard to relate, you know?
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Oh, Chubby.
In there.
Let's go. Lands the first binding of the game. But look at this level 2 coming out from Vivi.
Ooh.
Nice sidestep by Excel. He said ankle check. Those are mine.
Those are my ankles. Indeed. And I mean, we could be seeing a similar thing from Pizza. Decides to hit the wraparound, but actually not, because they did not level Q level 2.
The whoop-de-wop. Oh!
Not get the whoop-de-wop.
Binding is a bit wide, but the wave is going to be hitting this tower here. Scrapping up in the top lane.
Scrapping him, scrimping. But, yep, not too much going to be happening. I mean, I think the most of this early game is just going to be pretty tame. It's going to be on King VV, and Pizza's here to actually get out there. But, I mean, Pizza's here struggling in their own jungle, so maybe ganks are a little far out.
Well, you know, looking at what happened here, VV took away only the red buff, but Pizza was able to take away the red buff and the Krugs.
Oof.
So there is a 1 camp lead right now for Pizza, but he is just 1 HP on this Grump.
Smited for the bonus health. Hopefully we don't see any executes. And we're not gonna.
Well, hopefully
we do.
I'll be sick.
But we do have the scuttle take from Pizzas here.
Excel
Interesting
trading.
Interesting play to drop down the cage after the combo. I've actually played a lot of Veigar, and I don't like this matchup. Once Syndra gets 6, it's very scary.
It's pretty hard to play.
And Syndra can do a good job at actually just keeping it moving with the Q, because she can cast Q while moving, and it's just a little rough to play, but still making it work, knocking away King VV. After King VV also flashed to make that play happen. Did burn Excel's flash though, so flash or flash, you take those if you're the buy.
Yeah, absolutely, you know. But Aurelia burned flash too, so maybe you don't take those.
Oh, maybe not as much. Also, I do like the gusto from Aurelia though, taking the ignite in this game.
Yeah, but when is it ever gonna get used?
I mean, once they see a 20 health Pizzas here walking around in their jungle, just drop it real quick.
That's
You don't even need to hit a skill shot.
That's true. I wonder what kind of where's the pizza from?
Could be homemade.
Homemade za?
I mean, but you wouldn't say pizza is here if it's homemade, right? Like that's
because
delivery.
it's always been here.
Oh. Well, and in that same vein, I don't
Ooh.
think it could be DiGiorno's either.
No. I don't
Yeti
think
doing
so.
damage.
Scout taking pretty low here. One more taunt, I think, is enough with the autos coming back, or with the autos from the queue.
They
But-
don't even win this if Pizza's
Yeah,
here.
pizza's half HP still.
Scout
Finally
no-
gonna take the back. Oh,
Okay, yeah.
okay. Scout flashes away from the taunt to ensure But here we go. They're trying to gank onto Yeti.
Scout, no
Banish
mana.
toss misses. Scout, no
second.
mana. Second banish toss
Didn't
comes
get the
in.
knockup.
He
Did not charge long
Oh,
enough for the
man.
knockup.
Yeah. Didn't charge it. And yeah, just like that. Wasted time for Pizza, and Yeti is able to absorb that gank effectively without having to burn anything.
I mean, maybe as a result of it, maybe just as a result of using HP as a resource, Scout is up a good wave or so in farm. So, doing all right up there, even though it's taking an absolute beating in lane.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, judging from that, still the CS is in his favor. So not
On
too
Papa?
bad. Ooh, if that binding would have connected, but stun in the mid lane, Excel. Oh my gosh, King Vivi and Pizza going at it in this bottom side jungle. Vivi's going to be able to secure the Scuttle Crab. And we 4 members from both of these squads in this bottom side river. So we could get some action, but instead everyone's going to just disperse and take the higher road.
Exactly.
Pacifism.
Yeah. Are you really willing to take another person's life into your own hands? Like, we're all just champions on this rift. All the same goal. To destroy the other.
To kill the others.
Kill the others.
Wait a minute.
Also,
Well, you don't have to kill. You just have to kill the Nexus. Uh-oh.
that's true.
Excel. Checking down. The Unleash power comes out. Aurelia with the Ignite ticking and first blood is going to come through to Aurelia.
Excel didn't have the stun up. Or I didn't see it used, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
That was super close, nevertheless. But hey, there's that Ignite for you, buddy.
I guess I was wrong.
Something I do want to point out, though, I mean, just in this mid lane, doesn't a control ward in the far, like, right on the wall not actually see the whole bush in those 2 long mid bushes?
I think it does, because you can see, we're looking at fog right now. We're looking at both teams' fog.
Well,
You can
does it reveal the wards or just the space? Because, like, you know how in drag, if you put them too far apart?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I think you do need it a little. Yeah, I think you need it a little closer.
But, I mean, that's also predicated on the person placing the normal ward right up against the wall again.
Yeah.
So not that big an issue.
Oh! Scout head face plants into that wall with the ultimate. Not going to be able to find Yeti. Oh! Chubby Chernobyl misses the binding, but now Neo could. Nah, never mind. It's a Leona. Neo's not in trouble at all, but with Vivi coming around the corner, Chubby. Not going to get hit by
Has
that
six,
Q, but the Assault Battery comes in, flashes out the Nerf Snuggle, but the stun comes through. Zenith Blade Zap will secure the kill, and Plum Papa takes down Nerf Snugglebutt.
After all of that, I'm so surprised to actually see
I know, yeah.
Plum Papa got the kill. That's insane to me.
I know. Plum Papa was so far out of that play at the beginning. Herald taken down. Gonna be secured by Pizza. Dragon started up as well. About 2.5k on it. Don't think there'll be any contest from Psy.
We didn't really talk about it at the beginning of the game like we usually do, but taking a look down the runes, most things look pretty typical, but even it being typical, I still want to bring attention to the... Okay, let me bite my tongue for a moment.
Pizza. Oh, gets caught in the cage. Vivi going through a 3-man stun, but buffered by Neo. Curse the sad mummy.
And then takes that one for buffering the stun.
Yeah, takes it for buffering this guy. Excel has to run for the hills. The solar flare comes down over the top. Tries to kill Neo with the Unleashed power, but it is not enough damage. And 2 more kills going over to Facts and Logic.
King Vivi actually knocking its Excel into the center of the Leona ult. And just get that bit more CC. Still think it was a kill either way, but like I was saying, I wanted to bring attention or notice to the Excel bringing the Airy. This is, I think, the most or more played rune set as Scout. Getting whacked.
Scout's getting whacked, but still up almost 2 waves of CS.
Yeah.
Look at the
I just-
bottom lane CS though. Snugglebutt up 20 in this bottom lane over Plum Papa, but you know, obviously Plum Papa does have that kill advantage. So
Still gold towards Snugglebutt at the end of the day.
yeah,
But
about 150.
I think Ares is just such an interesting choice for mages. I think it's supposed to be like the poke rune, right? Like you just always are throwing something.
Yeah.
I'm curious on how much better of a job it does than Comet. Is it because Comet is situational and misses or can miss?
I mean, yeah, I think so because you know that the damage from area is gonna be, it's for sure, it's guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Comet doesn't miss most of the time, but maybe that little bit difference is kind of what people opt to go for.
Yeah.
I like going electrocute on Syndra though.
Yeah, I mean, I think into their team comp, it makes a bit of sense, right?
Yeah. Oh, Aurelia though has to flash away from that gank from Pizza, but King Vivi, look up, it chose violence.
King chose violence indeed. Going the Sunder of this game already has the Sheen. While we have both Scout and Pizza going for some type of Sunfire build.
I like that. The same build. Same two components for both of these top half members of Gsg Psy.
And Shen just wanted to fit in too.
Oh yeah, dude. Everyone in the top lane. Let's go.
Respect.
Inclusion. We like that.
We do.
Chubby Chernobyl finds another binding onto Plum Papa. I feel like Chubby's been hitting a lot of these bindings.
Ooh. No balls in range to get the stun off.
Yeti and Scout again. Man.
One of these days.
Top lane fights are not even. Oh, another one connects. I
Uh-oh.
think this could be a kill onto Plum Papa. Ignite ticking. The cleanse is too early, and Plum Papa will go down. But Chubby Chernobyl uses the soul shackles, doesn't get the charge off, but gonna be 1-for-1 in that bottom lane. Support for 80 carry.
Kill onto the support though. Unfortunately, Chubby picking up the kill instead of Nerf Snugglebutt.
Yeah, it was Ignite.
Something. Looking at that bot lane play again though. Or speaking of it, Morgana Q does too much damage. Have we thought about this?
I think it does. Yeah, I mean, and it also stuns for way too long.
Yeah, it's just like a nuke. I mean, if they really wanted to balance Morgana, I think this could be interesting for like a lot of supports. Supports are doing too much damage across the board. Give supports abilities that only CC. Do not attach a damage
like
component
Dota
to them. Exactly. I think that could be much more interesting.
Now, obviously, Dota is a worse game, objectively.
Yeah,
but,
of course. But like making your supports actually support instead of just trying to build damage.
Aurelia could be in trouble here. Bind lands. Bandage Toss connects as well.
Channel.
Stand United coming in with the shield. But Aurelia will go down. Now Pizza in the middle of 2. Actually, 4 members here for Nerf Snugglebutt as the Assault Battery comes in for Vibe. But the shutdown goes over to Pizza. Super Mega Death Rocket goes wide as the Solar Flow hits no one. And Yeti has to limp away with just a little bit of HP. But 2-for-0 in favor of Psy. And they fight back.
Pizza barely making it out there. I would think Triumph has to do a decent bit in that because Pizza looked absolutely toasted.
Burnt, I would even say.
Yeah, I mean, not quite too crisp because it's seeming like they're walking out fine. Just like when you overcook a marshmallow, and you can knock off all like the black.
You can peel it off. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Papa! Chubby Chernobyl hits
the
again with the binding, and the CC follows up in Scout and take the kill. There, Excel gets caught on that blast cone, isn't able to go over the wall from those Jinx traps. But, all things considered here, Psy with a little bit over 2,000 gold lead.
I was not expecting that. I'm gonna be honest. Thought the game was a lot closer than that.
I was not either, but if you look at the CS, right?
Yeah, I guess
20
so.
in top for Scout, 30 in jungle for Pizza. Down -4 for Excel, but pretty negligible there.
That.
And then 30 for Nerf Snugglebutt.
30 for Neo though.
30 for Neo, yeah, that's true.
Oh, Aurelia and King Vivi
Trying to sneak away this Herald. Pizza goes in. Oh, but he goes into the cage, so he's not able to secure the smite down. But there's 3 members here versus the 2. Oh no, Yeti's here now from the stand united. As Yeti's gonna fall down. Vivi's gonna fall down. Chubby Chernobyl again hits the bind, and Ophelia is gonna fall down. So it's gonna be a 3 for the Herald. Sai extends their lead.
I mean, those are the plays that make people so critical of the Herald, because just brought your soul laners over to die and just give extra gold lead to their laners. I mean, that does not feel good for any party involved. You'll get some gold back, but you're losing so much.
200 gold for the Herald, though. So
it should be both of these outers. I mean, that's mid outer going down. Someone will be able to pick this up eventually. Maybe not quite so soon.
You know, if he had Hullbreaker, he would have been.
I don't even want to entertain you saying that as a joke.
Okay.
I just think
fine.
Garbage item, especially if you're Scion. Please group with your team. They need you. Just hit the turret. Yeah.
Scout just hitting the tower here. Not too worried. Does not have the ultimate. Will be up in a second. It's gonna be up in a second, so he should be able to get out.
Okay, yeah, doing all right. Pizza's
Yeti
here.
Flash Pizza. Oh.
They were ready. They had the 1-2 combo.
Yeah,
they just missed the one.
They had that timed out. They were calming that for sure. Okay, 3, 2, 1, turn. Unfortunately, nothing. There was no turn there, but ooh, Herald spawned in this top lane. Vivi going under the tower. Crush the side one. He's gonna hit out to 2. TP coming through from himself. And Scout is going to survive. Yeti now taking up the tower. The Herald's gonna die. Not even gonna secure the tower.
Yeah, XL is all coming up in just a second.
Yeti's gonna go down, dude. Yeti's gonna die. Running for the hills. But there are no hills. Now Chubby in the middle of 3. Gonna get the stun onto Ophelia, but will just be taken down as Ophelia finds that last hit there.
Donglebot with the spell shield on just opts to still flash away, and I mean, over the cage. And I think, fair enough, you need to get as far away as you can, especially with Everfrost on the Veigar. Lots of CC coming down. But good on Facts and Logic to get something done on the map when it seems like everything's falling apart for them.
Yeah, and there's now a 5,000 Big B gold advantage for Goon Squad Gaming as we approach the 18-minute mark in this game. Dragons are equal, but the Hex Gates are active on the map. So we have this Hex Tech Soul coming out in a minimum of 15 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see how teams actually want to set up for the Scout. No TP. Pushing out the top lane. Yeti both stand united and...
Oh, Chubby Chernobyl finds King Vivi and has to flash away.
Definitely the safe play even with the spell shield. I mean, you don't know if there's the ult up on King Vivi, and he'll still get the Vi right on top of you, and Vi does a lot of damage with that Sunderer.
Yeah, absolutely. Sunder completed here, and you know, everyone in this game besides the supports have that mythic item completed. And we're seeing 3 Sunfires. Sunder for Vi, like you said, Everfrost for the Veigar, and then Kraken on both 80 carries, which I like. I mean, I think Kraken is good on both of these 80 carries, and
yeah, they both need to be chunking through members of the other team.
Don't
really need a Gale Force, and I just don't think Shield Bow is as good.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like Kraken is my first choice on these 80 carries anyway.
Yeah.
I don't really even like going Gale Force.
Gale Force is only like if you're super fat.
Gonna get assaulted by this Vi. Gonna get the Curse of the Side of onto 2. Cleanse coming out from Papa, but the Zenith Blade connects Pizza. Trying to flash away, but the Super Mega Death Rocket is enough to take him down, but the 3 have joined the party. Chubby Chernobyl, Soul Shackles on to 1. Flash aways, Neo goes in with the Zenith Blade, and Chernobyl is going to fall. Just like it did a while ago.
Man.
This dragon started up by Facts and Logic here. They're going to be able to secure their second dragon of the game as 4 members strong. And 2 fall for Sai.
I mean, that's an objective bounty. It's an extra 100 gold per person on the team. Getting them, inching them closer to back into the game. They're still quite a bit down. still need to be wary. But, I mean, at the end of the day, there are bounties to pick up. Neo needs to get out of no man's land right about now.
Yeah, Neo was pretty deep there, trying to ward.
I respect it.
Tower
Support's
falls.
dying for vision, worth it.
Worth. Ooh, Yeti cancels out on the smash. Aurelia on the way.
That's all.
Ult is available, will be used.
Yeah.
There. Oh, Yeti!
Those ones always hurt. It always feels like you swear you flash right in front of them, but it's like at the end of the
It's a visual
train.
bug.
Yeah.
Visual bug. Oh, Neo!
Oh. Close.
Oh my, two facts and logic flashes that seemingly go to waste in 10 seconds from each other, like within 10 seconds of each other.
Dragon spawning in 4 minutes, so still some time before then. They still could have those flashes right back up. But I mean, in the meantime, it's how. So all they need to do is just push out their waves and make sure you don't lose Baron for free. Get a ward down there. Send Neo to die if they need to. That's fine.
Just for the vision.
Just to support.
For Wakanda.
Man.
Okay, I did.
I didn't have much to say to that, sorry. That's on. We'll call that on me. Oh, I love all these first-time chatters, though, pulling up the chat.
Yeah, I know. Welcome. If you guys are here for the first time, we got some gameplay here for you.
I mean, it's a pretty close game, all things considered, at least in kill count. 4K gold for Psy, who we would have considered the underdogs today.
Yeah, definitely. Coming in with the worst record, or with a, 1 game worst record here. Frelia back in this top lane. I feel like we just
Right
saw
back
this
to the ult
exact
for the
same
scout.
play happen. Yeah, I feel like we saw this exact same play happen here.
And Scott doesn't even go too far. Just out the Vigar cage.
Just cancels it and says, all right.
All right,
Oh,
I'm back.
Frelia could be in trouble, though. Oh, no binding. Pizza's here. Seems like nothing has really been happening for a little bit of time here. Hook or binding
there's
lands.
someone here as well.
Aurelia taken very, very low. Vivi on the side. Oh, Snugglebutt has to be so careful there, but Yeti goes in onto Chubby. Soul Shackles comes through as the flash comes in, the root as well, and you are CC'd for so long, and now Vivi trying to get into this backline. Pizza over the wall, lurking in the shadows. Neo gonna get hit by that binding once more as Vivi goes into the back lines. Pizza hits on the bandage toss again, and Neo's gonna fall. Vivi is gonna fall to that unleashed power from Excel, and that's a 4-for-1 in favor of GSG Psy, and they're gonna try and break open this base.
And it wasn't even close. They spent so much trying to take down Chubby Chernobyl that the carries in Excel and Snugglebutt were left untouched. Aurelia tagged with the stun, but good cage dissuades further action.
Probably just go to Baron here if you're GSG Psy.
Yeah. Definitely no vision, or no real vision for the side of Facts and Logic. Maybe side just opts to set up some vision of their own. Dragon spawning in 75 seconds.
75 seconds?
How much it was. Hey, so why is it okay if everyone plays with their summoner spells in seconds timers, but as soon as I start calling...
Dude, I don't.
Oh, I don't either, actually.
Oh, yeah, interesting. So you're trying to make a point that you don't even have?
1 minute and 13 seconds. That's like 7 syllables, or I could say 75 seconds, and that's 6 syllables.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm saving a whole syllable.
That's nuts. You're right.
Yeah, I'm all about optimization.
Big optimization guy here as this dragon's swanning in 25 seconds.
We're just getting thrown around.
We'll see if they can optimize that and take it on cooldown. But look at Facts and Logic here. They're onto this Baron.
Did
Certainly,
GSG have the
they
scuttle?
have the scuttle. They have to know this is happening. What is going on? They're just giving away Nash for free?
Toggling Village, and they can't actually see Jinx. Jinx is out of vision.
What?
And they just claim it completely uncontested.
What?
I completely thought Jinx was in vision. That's
Oh my
insane to
gosh.
me.
That is some crazy stuff coming out from Facts and Logic. Sneaking away the Baron. The Dragon's going to go over to Goon Squad, but
It's just 2 apiece. Not too big a threat. You have Baron now. That's a lot of gold. The objective bounties have worn off.
yeah, and we'll have to see what this Pro Comps Baron power play comes out to be for Facts and Logic. But for now, not much is happening yet. You know, just kind of clearing waves, pushing them in, and looks like Facts and Logic trying to set something up here in this game.
I mean, if nothing else, we talked about how Facts and Logic are the better scaling team. Taking the Baron, then even if you don't push out too much, it denies it from GSG, so you have less to worry about for 6 whole minutes. I mean, they still have the 4 for the next dragon. Got 9 until Soul Point. So they have time to sit back and scale. We talked about how Veigar and Jinx have that scaling edge. So they shouldn't feel completely pressured to do things. But anyways.
Zenith Blade on going in as a nice usage of that Black Shield here. Has to flash away to safety, but Chubby walks into the stun and does not get punished for it. Super Mega Death Rocket was available, but not used. I would have. I expected that to be a killer, but maybe it was out of vision. He didn't see that he walked into the.
Yeti has teleport and ult.
Yeah, nah, you're not getting out of this one.
Hey! Or.
Trying to TP out?
Q?
Okay, there we go. Vanish Toss stops the TP. Vivi's here, but no kill.
I mean, even if the Yeti tried to cast or tried to use the ult to get out, it's only a 1 second timer or less, so would have still been caught up. But Plum Papa able to secure a turret for the team, bring that gold lead just a little bit closer, under 4K now for the first time. Feels like a while.
We still have about 30 seconds left on this Baron. Excel finds Plum Papa, doesn't press R. So
Wanted that one more Q to do it. Plum Papa had the cleansed out, but Scout.
Scout is just gonna go down. That's not where you want to be. That's so unfortunate right now if you're Scout. Just getting 2v1 in the side, and the worst part is that your team is not on the map to do anything, so you're just going down for free.
Yeah, it's not a good thing to be doing. Still 2 minutes until drag, 3 until Baron. Still time to respawn, reset, be ready for this next objective, but item break points being hit for our ADCs, both on 2 items. Nerf Snugglebutt working their way towards the IE. I mean, both these ADCs should realistically, but Nerf Snugglebutt just that bit closer.
This bottom lane tower gonna fall as well here. And, you know, the dragon spawning in a minute 30, probably the next point of contention here. As we get a little bit of break in the action again, as just we can take a look at what's happening in this game. A big CS lead now for Scout in this top lane. It grows.
Over 70.
70
right now.
70 here. 50 in the mid lane for Pizza. 30 for Aurelia, and then about 50 or 60 for Nerf Snugglebutt here. Look at Psy lurking.
Yeti?
Binding goes wide, but the unstoppable onslaught comes in, and Yeti is gonna go down here. Nice cage. It's gonna stop any further aggression from Psy.
No one can chin out the Shen. Another binding by Chubby. We just smites the red away. Dragon spawning in 40 seconds. Yeti will be up and has the ultimate available, so can join the fray. But in the meantime, Zai chooses to just push down this mid tier 2 and get it.
Yeah, just easily, right? Aurelia, gets caught with the stun. Excel flashes into the cage.
So
as
close.
Chubby with the flash in. Look at this Snugglebutt on the backside getting taken down by Vivi. As the king
put in work.
is upset. The king wants vengeance. They took the queen. As now the Stand United coming in, Chubby Chernobyl, oh man, gets hit by that taunt, will go down. 1 for 3 in favor of Facts and Logic, and they're fighting back, and now they have the priority onto this dragon.
Yeah, only 2 members left. Excel is up. Can look for a 1-shot. Was sitting on a ward though, so it has to just back up. Ooh, 2 stun. 2-man stun, but I mean, this should, by all means, be Facts and Logic's dragon.
Yeah, I mean, it absolutely should be, and Pizza's, just farming camps here. Excel is in trouble, though.
Oh.
As he's going to get CC locked in. Vivi going to come in and snag that 900 gold shutdown.
Vivi doing so much damage. I mean, that was a lot of damage real quick with the alt QE.
Yeah, I mean, you have the Sunder. You have 3 items completed right now for King Vivi here. The Sunder, the Death's Dance, and the Maw. And I mean, with all this fighting that's gone on here, you can see the gold lead now is at about 1,000. So Facts and Logic able to scrap this gold lead back to 1K. Just about. And, the scaling that we were talking about in the Champion Select is starting to come online.
Yeah, 3 items on the Jinx. 2.5 items for the Veigar. Lots of damage coming up from both of them. I mean, not to mention how much damage is coming up from the Vi, all behind the good front line of Leona Shen. Vi basically is running this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is just what you see, I feel like Vi is just such a terror when it comes to actually being in the game. And being an AD carry, it's so hard to play against Vi, especially because she does so much damage and she can get onto you so easily. Exactly. Right? I mean, that ultimate is unstoppable.
I think there is an interaction where you can actually Sivir spell shield it. Oh! If I'm not mistaken, my King Vivi being jumped on.
Yeah, but the reinforcements
don't want this.
Yeah, the reinforcements from Facts and Logic are here. And they're going to be able to stem off the play. For the time being, they have the priority onto this Baron, which is spawned.
Syndra has teleport. But joins the team anyways. Because things are on a knife's edge. You might not have the time for a teleport to get off the channel before your team is toast.
Well, look at this. Now GSG is going into this topside river and securing vision around Baron.
Facts and Logic need to be careful that they don't fall victim to what they just did to GSG.
5 members strong pushing this mid lane in for GSG. Aurelia on the side. BV on the side. Scout getting jumped on, but able to get out without much harm. There's another
much harm at all. Basically full. Still.
Cage comes through. Scout doesn't even walk out with the black shield. He just stays in. But here we go. Unstoppable onslaught hits onto King Vivi as they go. Trying to get it. Solar Flare is going to stun up. Chubby Chernobyl is cease and desist going in. Nerf Snugglebutt is in trouble. Will fall as well. But the Curse Stone is getting hit a lot. And it is time for Facts and Logic to take over the game. Jinx is getting excited. And that's already 3 down for Goon Squad as they are trying to continue forward. Yeti 1 HP able to get out with his life. And it looks like I would have to think Facts and Logic, might try for this Baron here. No junglers on either side.
I mean, we've seen historically a lot of Syndra Baron steals. Might just opt for the vision play. Neo needs to get over the wall to tank if they actually want any shot of doing this.
Okay.
Well, Papa wants to give it a go. Teleport in now from Yeti. They're committing to it. Excel. Vision.
For the wall. Has the pink ward. But 4 members strong for Facts and Logic. And just one
very mixed calls.
Yeah, they're really confused. Interestingly enough, though, Papa has another Zeal in the inventory. Not too sure what that's about.
That builds into LDR, of course. It's not LDR, it's the new crit. Specific crit and attack speed armor pen item.
Yes. Lord Dominic's reminder?
Yeah.
Okay.
He no longer senses your guard. Just a nice, kind reminder.
Just, hey, what's up?
By the way,
Don't forget.
but
Ugh.
now 30 seconds till Dragon, Yeti, Scout, Nerf Snugglebutt, Pizza.
Aurelia.
Everyone's here.
Everyone.
I was gonna say those people were here, but then everyone showed up.
Oh, Pizza
fine.
going in. Curse to the side of me. Finds Aurelia here, but Season just onto the back line, trying to peel off as Nerf Snugglebutt is trying to live, but King Vivi goes golden to buy some time. Low health bars all around, and Super Mega Death Rock are not going to find any damage. Just Plump Papa running through. One more auto and Nerf Snugglebutt, and it's time to get excited once again. A triple kill for Plump Papa, and that's a 5-for-0 ace for Facts
Now-
and Logic.
They need to send members off and just run the other place. You don't all need to be doing the Dragon. Some people go mid, some people go Baron, and it looks like that's what they're choosing to do. I think it should just be Baron. That's their soul. This is Baron. This game is looking more and more done. I mean, good fight in the middle of the game from GSG, but falling behind now. Can they rally back once more and not give up?
The gold lead back in favor of Facts and Logic, sitting at 3,000. Gonna be even more when this Baron goes down. They have the Hex Tech Soul. You have to imagine that one more fight is going to be enough to take this game to its close.
Just need to be all together. We can't be having one of our members get picked. Honestly, if we just group and run at them, Vi will find the way into the backline. No stopwatch this time. Saved them last fight, but has a GA, so either way is going to be one tough cookie to crack.
The cookie will not crumble. The ratios were correct in composition, and you see
And they withstood the test of time. I mean, they got to the point where you got like that little staleness, so like even if you drop it, it won't crack instantly. But
still soft and chewy on the inside.
Exactly, and they're pushing down mid. 4 members, Shen up in the top lane, and GSG does not have the numbers to respond to this.
Look at
Sion's
Scout.
still pushing out bot.
Scout's trying to backdoor.
No hole breaker.
Does it the
Thankfully.
Titanic? This is a Baroned up siege minion in this mid lane. Gets tossed.
Shen pushing top. A range minion sniped. Veigar. Hopefully that's not the deal breaker down
Wait a
here.
minute. Nah, this can't be it, right? There's no way Aurelia could stop this guy.
No.
Inhibitor tower goes down.
King VV also comes. It's like, okay.
It's got to be Yeti, I think.
Before the end of this game, all I really want is for King VV to unulting the scout and just
follow
chase
him?
across the map.
Uh-oh. Oh, here we go.
Oh no, Vi was too fast. King VV's just a little bit too close.
A little too close there. That would have been sick, though.
I promise, guys, I was not looking ahead. I would be so out of sync if I was. I just wanted to see it. And I mean, I want more than that. I want better. I want best.
I want more.
I want it all, and I want it now.
Michael always looking for more. He's never satisfied.
Just like Alexander Hamilton. And now, also like Alexander Hamilton.
We reached a
Someone-
shootout? Oh.
Yeah, we reached a shootout. Aaron
Oh,
Burr.
Vivi. Oh,
It's
no.
Excel.
Going on to Excel. Stun his crew. Goes golden. Unleash power. Oh my gosh. Look at the shield coming in from Vivi. Vivi just shielded to full HP.
Yeah, that's Shen's a balanced champion. Vi's also a very balanced champion.
This is a giant wave. Baron up, pushing into this bottom lane. Inhibitor tower
Baron, though.
will fall. Inhibitor's going to fall as well here. Baron wears off. Like you said, 4v5 in this game as Pizza finds the engage, but it's only on to 1 as he's just going to get cut down, but Aurelia is going to fall in exchange. Runons is firing off from Plump Papa as Chubby's going to go golden. A double kill comes through already. A triple kill comes through for Plump Papa. It is time to get excited as Super Mega Death Rock gets launched. The Nexus Towers get attacked, and they are going to go down here. One more, but the Scout is first on the menu, the last course of the night, well, of the game at least, as the Nexus will fall, and Facts and Logic will take game 1.
I mean, it was a good showcase from Psy in the really early to mid, but they just fell short. Facts and Logic were able to claw their way back into the game and have an impressive game 1 showing.
Yeah, and it kind of just follows the trend that Pro Comps was talking about, right? Where Facts and Logic is going to be down in this early game. Saya is going to have a better early game, but then once that mid lane or that mid game threshold hits, it's going to be all Facts and Logic with that extra scaling from the Jinx and the Vigar. So, there we go. Pro Comps showing what's going to happen in the game there.
Doing my job for me.
Exactly. Doing the job for you. And you know what? I'm ready for some more League of Legends, but we got to take a short break before we get into the pick and ban for game number 2. So get some water, get a snack, do what you got to do, but we'll be back in a few short minutes for the pick and the ban of game number 2 to see if Facts and Logic can close it out in a 2-0 fashion or if GSG will force a game 3.
0.
We are back for the pick and the ban of game number 2 between Facts and Logic and GSG Psi. We're on the same sides as we were in game number 1, and the bans are coming out here. Ergot
Already
and
shipped
Yor.
up.
Yeah, already shipped up.
Sai.
Sai's
very-
taking away the Vi.
Very understandable shift up. I mean, King Vi.
What if it's
after that last
Vi? Yeah,
game.
what if it's Vi? It could be,
Crazy
dude.
game. I actually don't think so with our sheet, with our pronunciation sheet. But
Vi.
anyways,
Like the song, the what NSYNC song.
Vi.
Yeah, dude.
I got you.
Pretty good. Anyway, Belveth again, Trundle again. We're seeing some of the same bands here, all the same for Facts and Logic. 2 of the same, taking away that Lux from Aurelia. First pick for Facts and Logic, what's it going to be? Last game was Leona.
And could just go right back to it. I mean, they had the double counter pick Sivir Morgana.
Yeah, but they still won the
Much
lane.
better.
Let's be,
Did win the lane. This is true, but I mean, at the end of the day.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, left open.
The blind monk.
And he makes it work. Why
The
didn't they
blind
introduce
monk.
the Daredevil Lee Sin skin?
That'd be pretty cool.
They should have a league event that's just like crossovers, like Fortnite does. That would go insane. Everyone type in your chat with your best league crossover skin idea. Thank you.
LeBron James.
Who?
I don't know. Anyone.
Darius.
I just want LeBron in league.
Yeah,
That's
just
all.
add him as a champion.
Just add him as a champion.
Idea is traveling to Runeterra.
Haha, traveling. Nice.
Oh, I get it. Now we see a Kayn and Leona locked in. Kayn banned last game, round 2 by Facts and Logic, and Leona picked away by Facts and Logic, so lots of different things.
They're definitely feeling a little bit better, I think, about their picks this game. They're getting what they want, but Facts and Logic gonna match it with the Morgana, and we're gonna get the same supports as we saw last game, but just on the other side.
Probably ADC right here, unless we want to blind our mid again.
Probably
I mean,
ADC.
I think
Maybe
Veigar
ADC.
actually performed fine. Like, no slight there.
Oh, 4.
Jhin,
What about a
actually.
Tiger Woods Jhin skin?
That would be good. That would be good. Like that one.
You're in.
One of your better ideas.
They're all better. They're all better than the previous one.
Not a bar to meet, I guess, but looking forward to GSG's size. Third pick, probably going to be their AC as well. And Twitch is
Oh.
not what I was expecting.
That is a strange one. Usually you like to see Twitch paired up with some Enchanter to like kind of buff him up and allow him to just hyper carry, but you know.
Well, it's gonna be Zillion mid and Lulu top. That's what you don't get.
Of course. Naturally. What about Ariana Grande Seraphine?
That would be good. I mean, she is already in Fortnite, so obviously she's willing to do collabs. I mean, just think. It could be insane. Okay, but why not just have like the world champion skins just be the character, like be the winners as that
players?
champion? Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Like, I want the Shy Fiora skin. Want him dressed up as Fiora with little rapier.
You know, that'd be cool. It's just like a cosplay.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be down.
I mean, because we do have some cosplay skins with the Tristana, the Veigar, Urgot,
True.
and those skins go hard. And allow
then
me locked
what
in
hap-
blind.
What happens for like the Zoe like ones or like the Yumi ones? Just go
It's
for
gotta
it.
be a really good cosplay. I mean, have you seen that guy that does the low budget cosplays? Could be like that.
Yeah, I think I have actually. Okay, fair enough. Alawi locked in, and I feel like I've
Blind.
seen Alawi picked in like every league that I cast in the past like 2 weeks.
Oh,
I've
didn't.
had to cast it like every game in a row, or like every week. So
Didn't realize you were cheating at me with other leagues.
yep. Well, it's been with Sultan.
Fine, I'm not hurt or anything. At least I have Big B.
Do you?
Okay. He just said no. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm alone.
Nico locked
Nico.
in for this mid lane. Cho'Gath the
likes
hover.
Birds and bird people.
What are you
Cho'Gath
talking about?
locked in. That's Nico. That's a Nico quote.
Are you okay?
That's a Nico quote. It is.
Who are
It
you
is a
talking to?
Nico
You're talking to the
quote.
voices in your head or what? You're just talking to the voices in his head.
It's like all the G2 players.
It is.
The what's it called? The Bateman from American Psycho, right? He let the voices win. I might just let them win. So we're gonna either be seeing a Shyvana or an Alawi mid, and I don't like either of those. Let's be frank.
I think it'll be a Alawi mid. I actually saw an Alawi mid last week.
Was that not here? Did we see that here?
I think it was here. Yeah, it was here.
What the heck? Why are we seeing Alawi mid?
It was
That lane is
Excel,
so
wasn't
short.
it?
Oh my god, it was. I think
pretty sure it was Excel. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness me.
Was that your best Gordon Ramsay impression?
Dude, I've been watching a lot of MasterChef.
Okay, what's better for the Twitch game? MasterChef or 90 Day?
Dude, well, I don't watch MasterChef on Twitch, but 90 Day is a killer, man. If you're not watching the 90 Day Fiance streams, you gotta get on it.
Yeah, twitch.tv/RyChains. Speaking of which, any flexers?
They're somewhere. We're
Somewhere.
into
Come out
this-
of the woodwork. It's fine.
We're into the pick ban here. Client pick ban. And you know, these are some crazy comps, man. We got like a pretty standard game number 1, but game number 2 we're throwing it all out the window.
Yeah, and I can't make heads or tails of this, so let's get help from pro comps to help us understand.
You know, I would love to get help from pro comps here, and as we see, you know, both of these squads have that mid game spike. They want to play around their mid game, but they're both gonna fall off pretty hard when it comes to that late game. So I don't imagine this game is gonna go for too long.
Well, I mean, 40-minute banger last game, so maybe we'll see a little bit of closer game this game. But I mean, for both of these sides scaling, the really big scaling I see is just from the ADCs.
I guess. I mean, Shyvana scales pretty well.
Yeah, but damaging carries. Sorry.
Kane scales really well with this purple Kane now. That's been gaining in priority here, and you know, I do want to confirm that it was Excel who played Alawi mid last week. Piloted the champion to a swift 4-10 performance.
So better game today.
But Excel
Only
is
up from there.
locked in the Shyvana, so...
What? That's even worse! How are you gonna play Shyvana mid?
Into Nico.
You're going full artillery at that point. Like,
yeah, I mean, the
full
cannons.
AB.
Oh, you know why, dude? It's to commemorate the House of Dragons drop. Or the House of Dragons episode 4 release that's coming today.
The House of Dragon Soul, maybe we'll see this game?
The House of Dragon Soul?
Is that what it was called? What was it called on LCS broadcast?
Yeah, something like that.
But it's okay. We have pro comps. We have pro comps.
The pro comps Dragon Soul
draft.
This draft is sponsored by Pro Comps.
Arcs ghosting again in the chat. It's fine. It's whatever. I mean, I don't expect much from Arcs, but it's a little bit.
Just a little bit, I guess. Either way, you know, Pizza's still rocking that same summoner spells from last select with that Ghost Cleanse.
It's weird that I thought they smited last game, and flashed last game, but I could have been wrong.
Well, you know, Facts and Logic did get Dragon Soul and 2 Barons, so
They get Dragon Soul and 2 Barons. I'm so bewildered by the one they snuck completely away. I still do not believe that Jinx was not in Vision. Even though I saw it with my own eyes, that Jinx was in Vision.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts indeed. But we have concluded our draft. We got the champions locked in here. We'll We'll see if Excel swaps, but it looks like not going to swap. And instead, going to be piloting this Shyvana mid. So this will be an interesting one.
See how it goes. I mean, if nothing else, expecting the team needs AP damage, so I wouldn't be surprised if we did see a full AP just artillery mage Shyvana.
Well, we will see if that's what we will get. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be on to the Rift in 3 minutes for game number 2 between Facts and Logic and GSG Side. Don't go anywhere. And we are back again onto the Rift for game number 2 between Facts and Logic and Goon Squad Gaming Psy. A little 5-man again here coming out from Facts and Logic. Have the Morgana, have the Cho'Gath,
Have the Nico.
have the Nico as well. So we'll see if they can find a pick here. As Snugglebutt might be in trouble, gonna get hit by that Nico root.
Are they ghosting?
Man.
What was that? Man, they just completely
That
ripped
was
that.
crazy. That was
And
crazy.
went all in.
There was not even. Did they do it without vision, or did they ward the bush first?
Well, even if they warded the bush first, they're still throwing all their abilities as the ward's coming out.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was.
Oh, but man, why are you gonna get the first kill and then go for a Sapphire Crystal instead of the Dark Seal?
Can't get. Yeah, I mean.
You gotta, after getting the first blood, you always gotta go for it. But regardless, do you remember Bro Fresco?
The name sounds really familiar. Yeah, was he a YouTuber?
Yeah, he was the guy that always intros his league videos with what's going on, pimps and players?
Yes.
I think about that guy every once in a while. Don't really know what happened to him.
I remember Civ HD.
Civ HD was also goated. But anyways, into the game. Gsg Psy running from top to bot with the Scout on Alawi. Pizza is here on the Kane. Excel on Shyvana. Nerf Snugglebot and Chubby Churn Noble going Twitch and Leona.
And for Facts and Logic, we got Yeti in the top lane. Oh no, I pressed. Oh man, FF.
You lose your time?
No, I fixed it. We're good. Okay. Okay, for Facts and Logic, we got Yeti on the Cho'Gath in the top lane, King Vivi on the Lee Sin in the jungle, Aurelia on Nico in the mid lane, and Flip Papa Neo rounding it out with this Jhin and the Morgana. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
This guy
It's all
just
you, Mike.
completely abandoned me. Something I do want to bring up is that I talked about in the pregame how the side of Gsg Psy would be lacking some AP damage. While I still think Excel might be going a decent bit, I do want to draw attention to the fact that Twitch started the Doran's Ring. I don't think this is entirely indicative of him just building full out AP. Just do think it's a little interesting. But regardless, Kane has the Conqueror and Blue Smite, so probably going the purple Kane like Ryan likes to talk about. And King Vivi has a new Lee Sin skin. Another Cyber Sports Lee Sin skin. We needed more of those, so thanks, Riot, for getting those out there. And the Scout taking a lot of damage here, being forced to flash by Yeti. And I mean, this is just that poke through. I mean, Yeti is just pushing the lane, and by doing that, dealing a lot of damage to the Scout. Scout needs to be careful now. No flash. Has a teleport and might want to back soon. Sounds like I might have Ryan back soon, but I don't even know what happened to him.
Yeah, I'm
He's
here.
back.
What's up?
Welcome back.
Dude, what happened? First blood? Oh yeah, we
already
first
saw
blood.
that. Wow, this guy, he really got lost.
Okay, it's okay, we're good.
Nothing
All
else
right.
has happened. Lisa
How's Shyvana
walked mid, taking a beating.
Oh, it's PTA Shyvana. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And Twitch, I don't think this is entirely means he's going AP, but Twitch did start the Doran's Ring.
Okay.
So maybe the AP is coming from a different spot than we thought.
It might be.
But-
I mean, press the attack Shyvana with the D shield start. Who knows? Who knows what that's going to be like? But nonetheless, we do have a cleanse on Nerf Snugglebutt this game. Unfortunately, not used in that invade that happened there.
Yeah, because they dropped everything instantly without even seeing
That
the
was
first
really
ability hit.
that was really insane. I don't know what that was, but yeah. Well,
Ark's not even understanding what his own team is doing. Nothing new there. They told me when they said trust me.
yeah,
I
dude,
wanted
trust
to
me.
fix it.
Trust me, bro. It'll be good, I promise.
And we'll see on the first back for Shyvana. Going the Bonnies.
Connects. Okay, cleanse used from Snugglebutt there.
Yeah, needed.
I don't
Makes
know.
sense. I don't think... I think they take more damage, and maybe they get a bit scared. Maybe not the most necessary, but I get it at least.
You're with it? You're with the vibes?
Not entirely, but enough.
But you understand the vibes.
I understand the vibes. I'm understanding of vibes.
I got you.
But now,
I got you.
Dragon being taken by 3 members of Fax and Logic. They should be able to get it without contest.
Yeah, already off to this early Dragon stacking, and we saw them get Soul in game number 1, so... You know, that's good to see them back on the map and back getting those objectives early.
Let's see. Excel.
Ooh. Oh, Excel going in, gonna get rooted up. Pop Blossom flashed away by Excel. That probably would have been, a dead dragon there.
But Excel also not going the full AP route. Is at least going for the Sunfire and probably into Monic.
Oh, Vivi.
Vivi. I don't...
Oh my gosh, Pizza. Going for this 1v2 here. Excel now joined the party. Vivi's taken pretty low, but Yeti is here first.
Tag.
Root lands, and Yeti
has ult. Yeti has ult.
Does he want the ult? Oh my gosh, Vivi comes flying in to secure the kill there. I didn't even see the Q hit.
It's that new skin. It's invisible.
Wow. Broken. Pay to win. It is so hot in my room.
AC break? Is that what you were going for?
No, I don't have it. My room just doesn't get AC anyway.
Oh, same actually. Hey, it should be a little cooler this week, hopefully for everyone around.
Around where?
The globe.
Oh.
Except for, I guess, the southern hemisphere. Maybe they don't want it to be cooler. Regardless.
Hard to say.
Twitch going for a Bork first. Jin going for their item. Going for Zerkers. Is that why there's the dagger there?
That is a good question. Another good question has been posed in the chat by Arcs.
Yeah, but I think the better question is the one right above that.
Is Alawi going to hit an E this game?
Is that what that means? Pull on Alawi hitting an E, is it? I was just a little confused. But good question posed by Arcs. Love having him in the chat. Love him in general.
Kind of the extra analysis.
Yeah, wow, guys, want to see something crazy? So remember back to minute 1 where I was talking about how I was surprised Nico went for the Sapphire Crystal instead of like a Dark Seal? Sapphire Crystal sold, Dark Seal purchased, Alternator picked up.
Chubby though, taking a big trade, or taking a big trade from the enemy there. And you know, that hurts a lot, but Herald goes down. Neo connects with another bind.
Papa has ult. King VP's here.
Snugglebutt has to leave. Oh, look at this. This is a free double kill, I think, here. Flashes away. Chubby. Oh, Chubby flashes right into the...
Nerf went back into the turret.
VV. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Why didn't he just walk all the way? He could have just walked all the way out. But instead, Snugglebutt looks to turn and gets taken down, and this is going to be so much going over to Faction Logic.
At the very least, for the side of GSG, they did pick up the Rift Herald during this play, and Pizzas here is going to be able to get an invade off on the top side, hopefully steal away most, if not all, of those camps. But Clate in the bot lane, 2 kills. Lee Sin is strong, 100% KP already.
And somehow, Excel has a CS lead.
Yeah, I'm not going to put too much thought to it. I don't get it. I want to hurt my head.
It's probably better the less you think about it here. Here we go.
Exactly.
Scout.
Scout needs to be careful. Yeti has ult.
Scout's going to die, yeah. Nom.
Flash. No flash.
Ooh.
Oh! The dunk just to show off.
Oh, Scott's dead.
Oh.
Oh.
It's a nice little quick chomp.
Excel is going to look for this here, I think. I see the blood in his eyes.
Oh.
Oh, a bind connects onto Snugglebutt. The route to follow it up. Oh, Papa with the
shot.
Four, baby.
Oh, good ult from
Double
Pizza.
trespass. Pizza trying to find the solo kill onto Yeti. Rupture misses. And Yeti's caught on the wrong side of the lane. Pizza flashing for... Why flash, man?
Makes it work at the end of the day. At least one kill going over to the side of GSG. And hey, Kane got some orbs.
Yeah, Kane got some orbs. And, you know, I think we're going to get Purple Kane here.
Kane got some orbs. Cho'Gath got a bag for that play. But Purple Kane, I talked about Purple Kane. Is that just go Blue Kane, build red items, or what?
No, it's go Red Kane, build blue items.
Oh,
See how he has the tier completed?
I do see that. I thought Darkin could go that as well, but I guess I do see it more on the Shadow Assassin.
Oh, Scout. Going after Yeti here. Tentacles are slamming.
Cho'Gath feels like a top lane cheat code at some elos.
He does. Yeah,
just because he has infinite sustain.
Oh,
Has the launch.
one for it. Munching.
No!
1 HP, but the auto with the spikes is enough to take down the Scout and gets a second solo kill in this top lane.
Scout struggling up here from one member of side to another. Alawi performances still are not up to par.
Oh yeah, Alawi did hit an E though. That's true.
That's true. And that's very important. That's honestly better than some people were speculating. And Scout still plenty of time to go. So more East to hit. Does lose a plate, but not the end of the world. The two solo kills might be the end of the world, but not the plate.
Yeah, that's true. Pizza's here. Looks like gonna drop this Herald bottom lane, but first, some action onto Plum Papa. Nope, just kidding. Just gonna drop the Herald and run for the hills. He's gonna get 2 plates. Gonna get that charge in. Thanks, Shelly. Dragon in 3.5. We got the Mountains Harden on the Rift.
Mountains hardened, and I mean this is already about to be soul point in that 3.5 minutes for the side effects and logic. This game is not even close at this point.
And
4K
you know what?
lead.
Honestly, who would have thought from this draft that the game would go this way? Pizza. Rooted up. Soul Shackles.
Papa's extra plump.
We'll use the Umbra Glaive. Plump Papa goes in with that 4-shot in the Gale Force combination. Is going to find the kill there. Neo going golden to buy some time, but the E comes through. Shyvana dashes in as Excel will not find the kill, but will be onto Plump Papa now as Thugglebot has to run for the hills as Excel flashing in onto Plump Papa here. Exhaust is crucial, but the fireball comes in and
no
now
mana
it's on the
Frelia.
1v2. Frelia has no mana, but the damage coming out from King Vivi is enough. And that's 4 for 2 in favor of Facts and Logic.
I mean, hey, you can say it's 4 for 2, but what I say, Facts and Logic tripled their kills in that play. They don't do that on bad plays. Facts and Logic, or sorry, GSG tripled their total kills on that last play.
There you go. I was trying to math that one out.
I mean, they almost they would have
they
increased it
didn't.
by.
That doesn't make sense, dude.
They would have increased it by half, almost. But I said the wrong thing anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Maybe you just cut your losses.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you guys. Good cast. Ride Chain solo cast. For the rest of the night. Hopefully he doesn't leave you guys again. I thought that was rude. These guys probably did as well.
Listen, I had to let someone in, okay?
Second Aoi?
Alawi E.
And doing
connect.
damage!
Everfrost? The Scout? Yeti has ulti again.
Yeti needs to be careful. Chubby is sitting up here. Well, Rift Herald started by the side of Facts and Logic.
Oh, Pop Blossom. Not utilized to get any damage or anything, but Excel gonna get rooted up. Arx has offered to fill in. As here we go, fight around this Rift Herald. The Scout
Twitch got it.
gonna get munched. And here we go. And their Snugglebutt is spraying and praying here. As Pizza gonna take a 700 gold shutdown. Neo next on the table, knocked up. Will get taken down as well. And oh my goodness, the 5-for-1 ace in favor of Goon Squad. And they get the Herald.
They over doubled their kills this time. Got the Herald. Gold is just about even, especially with this Herald now. This should be a plate. Or this should be 2 turrets. And there are still objective bounties timing out.
What? Excel's gonna grab a full objective bounty on this tower.
And they should be able to get one mid.
Wow.
That is a lot of gold swinging over now. 800 gold in the favor of Goon Squad.
Wow.
Dragon spawning in 14. Facts and Logics needs to make sure they don't continue slipping.
Is this the Zenith Games Lee Sin, the new one?
It is. I complained about it while you were gone.
You don't like it?
It's just, I
has
feel
hair.
like we have skins like that. He does have hair. That's a little weird.
And he's wearing like sunglasses or something? Hey!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Vivi going in. Scout still in this top lane. Pizza is here.
It's here.
Vine connects. TP coming in now from Scout. Dragon started up here. And this is a potential Mountain Soul point as the CC comes in onto Pizza. Pizza going in. Kick goes in onto him. Umber Trespass going to buy some time. Pop Blossom in the back line's going to get... Oh my goodness. Absolute massiveness from Aurelia there as Excel in the back line trying to do the damage. Oh, going Dragon mode. Trying to get one. Oh my gosh, he doesn't go... Okay, he gets Aurelia eventually. But that's a 4-for-1. The roots onto Nerf Snugglebutt. Forces the cleanse out, and we're trying to open up the curtains. That's
Oh,
one.
they cut back into the
2. That's 3. But Nerf Snugglebutt goes invisible.
Vivi gets new.
Oh my god. Are these guys...
Had the soul read right there.
Oh my gosh. Nerf Snugglebutt is a book this game, no?
I mean, I guess so. I guess I can't read because I'm not seeing it, but something on these members of Facts and Logic, they get it.
Straight illiteracy coming out from the booth in this game. But
You had to
not
be able to get a
the
launch.
Rift. No launch.
No, you got the launch.
Oh, wait,
They waited. They waited.
That did not look like it happened from my screen. I don't know what that was going on there, but nonetheless.
While we have a moment, I do want to draw attention to, again, me being wrong. It happens every once in a while. I'm not proud of it. Gore drink your cane. That's you being wrong. That's not me. So I'm fine with that. Shyvana going for the Bork instead of the AP build.
Well, why magic? Why go magic damage this game?
Because your team has no magic damage.
Yeah, but Bork.
Oh. And you're just going to get kited by their team, but I could see how Bork might change that.
No, but just imagine AP Shyvana in that last team fight. It's actually a quad.
Yeah, it is.
Actually a quadra kill. No Kizzy on the Cobb.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. Send it back to the workshop. We'll get it out. We'll get a better one. It's okay. Hey, we all have our misses. You'll say I have plenty. Third E.
Scout is on fire. Why? Why go back into Everfrost there?
To scare them off of doing damage to the tentacle, to the vessel.
What do you think about the Cho'Gath skin? The Shenhai?
I think it's a good skin. The effects are pretty cool.
Oh, 4th? Okay, my bad.
I just think it lacks so much compared to Gentleman Cho'Gath.
Okay. VV
That's gonna have some most.
going in. Solarflare not
Ooh,
landing, but a nice pick.
The alley.
Delivering to Chubby. But Chubby is gonna get out. No, flash forward comes in as Excel has joined the party. VV has to run for the hills, but we'll get taken down. 81 HP. This Pizza is here going in. Over trespass. We'll just get right out. That E did a lot of damage to Neo. Despite being AD. Holy moly.
It does have a slight AD scaling, but half of what the AP is But now, GSG taking their win. All they did was kill Vivi, but they're able to turn right onto the Baron.
And this is no contest here. With the jungler down from Facts and Logic, Goon Squad is going to pick up this Baron.
What is with the teams that are behind able to just pick up free Barons like this?
Yeah, and now we're going to get to see what the Ride Chains Baron power play has in store.
And I mean, already gold advantage is now back over to the side of Goon Squad. Drag spawning in 2 minutes. They'll have it for a little bit during that spawn, but let's see how they actually choose to do it. I mean, King Vivi just got caught out there. They went 2D for a kill. Just barely didn't do enough damage to kill Chubby in the first spot, then had to dive back in, ending their life. But now XL picking up some AP. That Q did not hit.
Yeah, that was a crazy one there. As Chubby gonna get a little bit of damage traded back onto him, but as this dragon spawning in 1 minute and 30, or as you would say, 95 seconds.
1 minute and 30 is exactly 95 seconds.
85 seconds.
90.
Well, when I said 85 seconds, it was 125, dude. I'm keeping a live tracker.
Oh, okay.
Gold lead in favor of Goon Squad again.
Yeah, okay. Something is not right on Facts and Logic computer.
Oh, Vivi.
This is not normally.
This is not normally.
Why are they just hitting abilities into Fog?
Maybe they have
ESP?
Third Eye opened.
Oh.
Oh, baby. Another Alawi. No, fifth.
Fifth E. Oh my gosh. Getting a little excessive.
Scout is going crazy. Dragon spawning at 30, where you know it's going to be a Donnie in this bottom side.
No, try again.
What do you mean?
New expression this time.
A Donnie, bruh. An all-out battle.
Dragon, 20 seconds. 3 members of Facts and Logic just took it back. Yeti and Scout both have TP, but are both not completely topped up.
And they've gotten these items. Okay, you're gonna get on me for saying Donnybrook, but you're gonna say that they're not topped up.
Health. Man, get your mind out of the gutter.
You're out of pocket today. Excel is on the Omega flank here.
Excel is actually in a good spot. This is dangerous for Facts and Logic.
Here. Oh my gosh, and Yeti's not even here yet.
Is Yeti gonna come?
Yeti, hello?
Still waiting. King BV leashes the dragon. I mean, if they're not gonna commit to it, Yeti does not need to be here yet.
Oh! He goes wide from Scout. Chubby.
Dragon burning down. 4K.
Dragon, 3K. Does he go for the steal? BB's in. Dragon resets. Excel goes dragon form. BB gets the dragon in the middle of 3. And now Pizza looking for the kills, going on to Plum Papa.
Frelia in a bad way.
Just in the middle of 2 members, gonna go down here as the peel comes through. Yeti has joined the party. Everfrost comes in. It's time to munch. As Neo goes on a killing spree, but oh wait a minute, Yeti gets another one as the shutdowns come through. Actually, over to Neo, and it's a 2v2, but the dragon secured by King Vivi. Long live the king, and Mountain Soul is on Facts and Logic.
Gold might be even at the top of your screen, or just about, but that does not even include the value of this Mountain Soul. 4 dragons sweep for the side of Facts and Logic. That's a lot.
Counter.
Exactly, that's a lot of gold that's just not counted.
Absolutely here, and you know, Elder Dragon up in 5 now. You know that's going to be a banger to fight for. Baron up in 1:40, also known as 100 seconds. Did I get that math right?
Yep. Finally.
Okay. Thank you.
Math is hard for different people. I get it.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you're an engineer. BV in this top lane. Scout's going to take this outer tower, but the Leap of Faith comes through. This does not look like it, Chief. Dragon's Rage is going to come through. Yeti has now joined the party, and Vivi is going back in, has the heal. Yeah, and this should just be a dub here coming out in this top lane for Yeti and King Vivi as they find that kill. Going to be able to secure this top lane tower as well, I would have to imagine. And I don't really think that Plum Papa can defend bot against Excel, but, you know, maybe I'm wrong.
No, but I mean, all the while, they're trading their mid tier 2 for this.
Yeah, and they do have 4 members in, so tier 2 falls, tier 1 the other way falls, and you know, I think they're going to continue trying to go for this because they have all the members there, they have the wave, and leaving Plum Pop on an island down here is a little bit scary though.
Yeah, especially when we know Excel can kill this Jhin without any issue.
Snugglebutt, join the party.
Oh.
Yeah, this tier 2 tower goes down, and overall, you know, an extra tier 1 tower taken in that play along with the kill for Facts and Logic. Oh, but Vivi's going in. Watch the Leap of Faith here. Solar Flare is going to hit a lot of pizza on the backline flank. Leap of Faith comes through. Neo goes unstoppable. And Excel, oh my gosh, with a huge dragon comes in and absolutely wipes Facts and Logic. Vivi has to run for the hills as him and Plum Papa are the last members standing for Facts and Logic. Gold is even, but Baron is up.
This is exactly what can happen when you decide to push out completely without your ADC anywhere near, like at one of the furthest points on the map they could be right now. And they take that 4v5 or get forced into it. And I mean, they lose 3-4-2. It was 3-4-2, right? The end of the play?
Yeah, 3-for-2.
But not including that player count, lost all footing on Baron. So Baron started up by Psy.
Yeah, but I don't. They might have waited too long to do this. Vivi's here. Curtains have been called. TP comes in from Scout. It looks like they might just go on Scout. Gonna get rooted up. Baron is regenning now, as Pizza now has to back. And this is the opportunity for Facts and Logic to get back in here. Hits it, goes in. Vivi looking for it. Look at Snugglebutt on the side as Scout takes on Vivi. Pop Blossom's gonna hit onto 2 as a Frelia. 2-man root will go down. A double kill for the Scout, but low health bars all around as Plum Papa and Yeti trying to make it happen. Chubby Chernobyl dodging out of all the CC except for that Jhin root. He's gonna go down as well here, but look at Pizza joining the party now. It is ready, has been delivered. 2-man knockup coming through as Pizza trying to do the damage. Exhaust, Soul Shackles is gonna find the stun there. Scout and Nurse Snugglebutt, the last 2 members remaining, but the knockup comes on to Nurse Snugglebutt. Plum Papa is just running. Hey, the Scout is just watching as Plum Papa runs right by his face, and that's going to be an ace coming out from Facts and Logic.
And just like that, things swing back into the favor of Facts and Logic. GSG just stayed a little bit too long on the Baron. They weren't decisive enough. Pizza's here was way too low to actually valuably commit to the fight. And now Elder spawning in a minute. Baron's still up. Teams don't have much vision in that bot side. 2 controllers for the side of Psy. Have to see who gets there and who can get set up.
Yeah, unfortunately for Facts and Logic, weren't really able to get anything, major with that ace. Just the wave in the mid lane pushed. They're able to walk into this bottom side river first and secure vision here. Get the Scuttle Crab. Start to set up this Elder Dragon. 30 seconds still on that spawn, but you know that is the big objective here. That's going to make all of these fights way more crazy. But Vivi, what is this? Vivi going in, gets the kick on Neo. Is a huge Soul Shackles. Pop Blossom as well onto 4 members as already. Plum Papa goes unstoppable. Neo's going to fall down as Nurse Snugglebutt trying to deal damage in the back line. Plum Papa is the last member in this play here, but Yeti joins the party now. Nurse Snugglebutt, take it so low. Is the burn enough? Demonic, no. As Nurse Snugglebutt lives. Plum Papa, Gale forcing forward. Can't find the damage. Has the curtains. Are we calling? No. As Pizza's here in the Scout.
Just yet.
Oof. Oh, they can't take the dragon
Power
though.
Calling. Flash from Excel.
Dude, Yeti is so big right now on the Shogath.
Yeah, and he's pretty large too. We have Baron and Elder up members respawning for both sides.
Double root from Everfrost? Dude, Plum Papa does so much damage right now.
Yeah.
This is a beefed up Jin. 3 items.
Oh, I thought that hit Jin.
I thought it did too. Nurse Thugabut is here.
But yet he's
Elder
still taking a beating from it.
Oh gosh, Elder Dragon spawns. Yeti has the back, does have the teleport available though. As we've been seeing a lot of big ultimates coming out from Aurelia in this game so far in the past couple fights. 4 3-man Pop Blossoms has been crucial. We'll see if Yeti can make his way back into this play as Excel's in the top lane with the TP. Yeti joining the party.
I mean, if they want to succeed in these fights, King Vivi just needs to not go as deep.
Teleport coming in as well from Excel. Going in onto the with Dragon form. Plum Papa is a little bit on the wrong side here, but sidesteps pretty well. In the backline goes Aurelia. Pop Blossom is onto a few members, but Scout now is the target. He's going to go down without getting anything, but on the other side of the fight, Vivi and Plum Papa are going to fall. Aurelia's 1 HP, and Yeti and Neo have to run for the hills now as Yeti's going to get knocked up, stunned, and taken down. Excel on a killing spree. And this Elder Dragon is going to go over to Goon Squad.
I mean, they just kept fighting back. This play lasted for so long. But now King Vivi dead again. Neo, there's no way they can take this dragon.
Maybe like a random like tick or something. Okay. Dragon goes over to Goon Squad. Looks like they should just be able to run to Baron.
Baron alive.
No, they're gonna reset instead.
You don't have that long with the Elder Dragon. It's only like 2:30.
2 minutes, I think. 2.5.
Not too long with it. Need to be decisive. Need to make your plays quick.
Here we go. It's the Baron. It's going to be next on the table here. A little bit under 2 minutes left on this Elder Dragon as GSG gets back out onto the map. Facts and Logic want to try to stall as much as possible, but Neo walking up a bit too far could be in trouble here. Soul Shackles onto Excel, but just going to go down. Too far forward. What are you doing?
Too far forward, and now with the odd numbered, with the mismatch in player counts and Elder, this should just be a Baron for the side of GSG.
GSG wearing double neutral objectives right now. Baron and Elder Dragon. About 1 minute left on Elder, so that should expire by the time they come back onto the map. But Baron is here for now. And Twitch with Baron buff is so scary to play against.
Yeah, except that you know when he's there.
Twitch with Elder, I mean.
I was gonna say, even if Twitch signing invisible, you know he's there if there's Baron. Takes away a little bit of the surprise. But not, I mean, looking at Aurelia's build, not the most damage dealing build. A lot of utility in there.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens next. Both major buffs taken by the side of GSG. Elder Dragon's waning though. Won't have it for much longer.
Yep, Elder's gonna fall here. And oh man, Plum Papa, what are you doing, bro? Like, why are you here?
Not be there.
Like, why are you here?
We tried that earlier in the game. Got lucky, got away with it, but at this point it is much too late, especially when Elder is had.
Yeah, I mean, Chubby might... Yeah, I think Chubby is just going to get caught out here. I don't know what the heck Chubby was doing, but Aurelia going in. Pop Blossom gets the flash out of Nurse Snugglebud. Maybe Pizzas could be in trouble here. Going to get rooted, silenced, and munched. Oh no, Umbral Trespass is used. Wait, he actually dodged the Cho'Gath Eat with Umbral Trespass. And then double knockup? Okay, there it is. It looked like it went on cooldown.
It did, yeah, it did for me as well. Inhib down. Yeti trying to front on Excel. It's a little difficult. Excel is very tanky and has very good
Oh,
methods. No, they're walking
Wow, this is
intentionally, right?
really awkward. That's
No,
so
they weren't.
awkward. That is so awkward.
Oh no.
And you can't even pause because they were in combat.
Well, I still pause anyways afterwards. Make sure you get the...
Wow.
Oh, pizza's also gone.
That is such a disaster for XL.
The disaster.
This is a disaster. But either way, I mean, Goon Squad showing up in this game as a you know as we pass the mid game, just completely turning the game around and looking really solid as we move forward. You know, as we're past the 35.5-minute mark.
I mean, it looked like this game was going to be... I mean, it looked like Goon Squad had been burnt out. Their early game was so far in the favor of the side of Facts and Logic that was already a done deal. But now, teams in this series at least, whoever has the early game needs to be careful because it's not as easy a conversion to a win as you might think.
Yeah, I mean, and we're seeing that come into fruition in this game, right? I mean, think of how far ahead Facts and Logic was in this game, right? They were. I mean, it was like 6-7K gold, right?
Yeah, it was a large amount, and now it's 6.5 towards the side of Goon Squad.
Yeah, and I mean, complete turnage. Excel showing up huge on this Shyvana, and quite frankly has just kind of destroyed everything that he's looked at in this game. And even, you know, in the lane against Nico, being up CS is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty impressive. I mean, at this point, it's almost a flame horizon. I mean, I think if they don't get executed, probably could have been a flame horizon. But just hoping now that they fix whatever connectivity issues they might be having, and so we can continue this banger of a game.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess until we get that figured out. Oh, never mind. As Pizza's back.
Nope. Nothing as of yet.
And I believe it's 10 minutes on this pause timer, so
Oh,
okay,
perfect.
we're back.
We got our R's. We got back into the game.
We're gonna pause. There it is.
Yep. It's not, yep. This is how it works. League client works as intended, always. But taking a quick look at the game state, 30 seconds left of this Baron buff, so maybe one more wave, but it looks like they're just taking backs. 225 on the Elder. That's going to be our next point of contention. We need, for both of these teams, getting pick is no longer an option. The death timers are much too long.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I think it's all gonna come down to this next Elder Dragon fight.
It definitely is going to be the point of contention. And Facts and Logic, they do not have any vision in the area.
Not at all. But I mean, you know, still have a little bit of time before they actually have to set that up. And you know, for now, the with the super minions pouring in bottom lane, you need someone that's going to be constantly clearing out the supers, so that you can you know, keep that wave out. You can get some sort of prio in this bottom lane.
Exactly, need some sort of prio. I just really need or want to be sure that nobody is going to get picked, because we have some people in the side lanes, especially if Frelia up there without TP, taking the recall now, getting to where they need to be.
Neo taking the Krugs.
Supports need gold too, especially when we're going full AP.
That's crazy.
Only makes sense. Yeah, see, this is what you have to do to make Morgana even more broken than she is, adding the extra damage to just make her nuke just that much more insane.
Oh, Pizza's back gets
stop.
canceled. This gives Facts and Logic all the time in the world to walk in and clear this gain control back of this bottom side river, and I feel like it's going to be really hard for Goon Squad to walk in. But why are they backing?
You can't actually be backing. They do not. They might have some gold for pots, but it's not worth losing position. They're shoving up bot lane, getting pressure on one lane. Mid lane is shoved up for GSG, though.
Yeah, and I think even at the worst, GSG can just run down mid and take the inhibitor if they don't like where this fight goes.
Exactly.
But we'll see now as your control has been regained by Goon Squad, and look at Excel on the side, threatening and engage at a moment's notice. You know, gotta see what Plum Papa can do in this game. Oh, the Scout could be taken down here as it gets a big shield coming out. 1 HP, taken pretty low, but a Pop Blossom's gonna be hit onto a whole load of people.
So many people!
And Trouble Chernobyl goes down. A double kill comes through now for Plum Papa as he tries to Gale Force in the backline, trying to get a little bit more. Pizza gonna go down as a triple kill comes through. Excel in the 1v4. Can they make this happen? No, they can't, as that's a quadra kill for Plump Papa. He wants the penta, but he's not gonna find it here, as instead Goon Squad is just gonna take this Elder Dragon and try and get themselves back in this game.
A messy fight, but too many members of Goon Squad got taken way too low early. So Elder over to Facts and Logic.
Yeah, Scout getting caught early, you know, they just allowed him to get all that allowed Facts and Logic to get all that free damage onto him, onto the Alawi, and made it pretty easy to actually execute that team fight. But big damage coming out from Plum Papa. Does have that LDR completed now, and it looks like they're just going to go right onto this Baron here. Still 5 seconds on Pizza. They have the Cho'Gath Feast. Should be a relatively uncontested Baron.
Oh, spotted the Twitch. This
Hey guys.
is pretty stinky. They might
to
know where
finish
he
this.
is.
Snugglebutt over the wall.
They have Smite.
What is
Chomp.
happening? Oh, Excel goes in.
They-
Wait, he's not able to get the dragon here, and now Scout is in trouble. Vivi is taken very, very low, but doesn't the GA. Scout's gonna get blown out by the dragon, and this is 2 dead already, 3 dead already for Goon Squad Gaming, as the curtains have been called. Nerf Snugglebutt is getting hit with these shots from Plum Papa, but now Pizza is trying to find anything he can, but he's gonna get the GA out of King Vivi. But I think Facts and Logic can just end off of this.
Yeah, this is both epic buffs, and with only Nerf Snugglebutt left on the side of Goon Squad, 5 members strong for Facts and Logic. They are looking for this end. Cho'Gath is so tanky, can take these turns.
Holy moly.
Prepare the minions. Walking away.
Mid lane inhibitor falls down. Scout still 10 seconds before respawning, as it's just the bottom lane of Goon Squad. The Nexus towers are falling at a rapid pace. Snugglebutt trying to make anything happen, but just gonna get blown up. And after all of that, Facts and Logic pull it out and take game number 2 and complete the sweep.
After such a... I'd reckon it's commanding fashion from TSG in the mid game.
Yeah.
It was... And such a quick swing. I mean, a good team fight from Facts and Logic at the tail end of the game, but wow. Not many words can describe this.
Yeah, definitely not what I was expecting coming into this game here. And, you know, especially with Facts and Logic with their backs against the wall in that game, able to, you know, come back and secure both of the Elder, or the whatever they're called. Baron and Elder, and win the fights around those objectives despite being down almost 10k gold is pretty impressive.
Yeah, pretty impressive for sure, and a lot of resilience, because, I mean, even though it was only 2 games, this was 80 minutes worth of games for those two, so very long slugfests were a lot to handle.
Yeah, absolutely, and definitely just want to give a shout out to Goon Squad there because they played really well. They were able to clawed back in game number 2, and despite a few, the only thing that changed this game were a few mistakes on their part. So in a different universe, we're going to a game 3 here, but in this universe, we are not, as Facts and Logic completes the 2-0 sweep of GSG Psi. And with that being said, that's going to be all for us tonight on Zero Gravity Gaming in the IBS division. I've been Rod Chains, joined by Michael. Hope you guys enjoyed the cast. Hope you guys enjoyed the games. And we will see you next week for the last week of the regular season in the IBS. So have a good week. We'll see you guys next time.